It's a beautiful area. Ever since we've been coming here, we've always went to Mass there, and we just enjoyed the church and the people here. So it was an easy move for us to do that.
Well, I mean, it was my church for all my life. I loved St. Cecilia's. Even when we moved away, the church was always my standard for how I judged the churches that we lived in, you know, in the communities we lived. And no one ever really met the standard of St. Cecilia's, so it's a very special place.
I was a teacher at St. Cecilia's Parish for several years, and 4 of our 7 children were able to be in the school system at that time.
St. Cecilia's has been a part of the Dells for over 112 years, and really the Catholic faith has been here even before the parish was formally established. But this church, located in the historic downtown of the Wisconsin Dells, has been a pillar of stability, of community unity for Catholics and non-Catholics, that in a town, in a community with so much tourism and people coming and going and many things changing over time, St. Cecilia's Parish, and indeed the church, has been a great constant around which the community gathers.
We're a small community, and because our community itself is small, you know everyone, whether you're going into the bank or you're going to the grocery store. You don't ever run an errand in this town and not run into someone you know. So that in and of itself makes our parish family very close-knit, because we all know each other so well, even outside of church.
I think it's a real friendly atmosphere. It's a real welcoming. We're so different because we have so many visitors here all throughout the year.
You have a lot of faces that you see every day at school and in your daily life, and then you get a lot of influx of different people that you've never seen before and you probably won't ever see, but it's nice because you have a variety of people always at church.
So in many ways, it's like any small Wisconsin town. People are very loyal to their community, to their family, to their parish. But they also have very big hearts and open arms to welcome in the many thousands and thousands of visitors that come every year.
We never felt like we didn't belong from the first time that we came here. And it's just grown ever since. I've got lifelong friends now that I've met through the parish. It's a great place to live, and it's a great parish to be part of.
For many, many years, the parish has been having Sunday Masses across the street in the old school gymnasium called the Summer Chapel.
Are we going to be in church this Sunday? Are we going to be at the cafeteria or the gym or wherever? And at least we know it's in one spot.
And the school's in wonderful shape, but to be using it as a summer chapel and then be holding Masses over here, and it's just going to be nice. It's time to move on. It's time to move on to something better and more welcoming.
In the early 2000s, really crystallizing in 2003, the previous pastor, Monsignor Felix Orlein, made the decision with a committee of parishioners, time to build a new St. Cecilia's to accommodate all the visitors who come.
I love this building. I'm going to have a hard time saying goodbye to it because it's been here forever, but I think it's going to be a wonderful change.
It's melancholy, it's kind of sad, but it's exciting to see that growth.
The building that we have is beautiful. The new building that we will have will be even more spectacular. And I know that when we walk into it, it'll just enlighten us and make us that much stronger in our faith.
One of the very exciting features of the new building is in fact the very large gathering space that is meant to accommodate 100 to 150 people.
You see so many people that you know, but there's nowhere to stop and talk, and especially in the winter, everybody's gotta get to their car because it's so cold. So it'll be nice to be able to stop and just have some time with your community.
The wonderful thing about the new church is that we're keeping everything we love. Our stained glass windows, our statues, the crucifix scene. So many things are going to go into our new church, which I think for me really is a good feeling to know that.
New St. Cecilia's is rooted deeply in the architectural and artistic history of this parish, but in such a way that it provides a stable place for our year-round residents to come and worship, and a very inviting place for our visitors to come and be welcomed and express and worship their Catholic faith. This crucifix represents one of, if not the greatest treasures we have at St. Cecilia, and I believe was a true gift from heaven. And you can see very clearly 2 slivers of what look to be wood. This is a piece of the most holy cross of our Lord Jesus Christ. When this relic was discovered, much like the relic of St. Cecilia, was realized we have to make an appropriate shrine. In a spirit of honor to our existing church, we have 2 beautiful side altars that will be used to make the shrines, one to St. Cecilia and one to the relic of the true cross. What a beautiful thing in this place. Yes, for those who live here, but I think of how many people come from far and wide. And when they come to this church, they will have a chance to be near to a piece of the very cross from which our Lord loved us. I cannot imagine a more beautiful relic to have in our church. Frankly, I cannot imagine a more worthy reason to build a church on which people can come and visit. And who knows? I have the great feeling that our Lord is getting ready to do a great work in St. Cecilia's.